Hi, I'm Gabriel Manick, and welcome to a new year. Not just a new episode of Talking Life, but a new time, if you can call it that. 2020, very interesting year, right? Scary for some, tragic, very difficult, lonely, exciting. I think it's interesting how we can all go through the same event together, but have a completely different experience. It's kind of makes you wonder what is reality, and I think from what I've learned the last 10 months, I guess, is that reality is what you make it. And of course, it's cliche. We always heard of the law of attraction. Your thoughts create your reality. But I truly believe that that is what it is. My experience for 2020, at least when the shutdown started, March 15th, March 17th, it was exciting for a moment. I don't know, because I'm sure you have relatives that lived through the Second World War, or like my grandmother, she went through some civil war in Bolivia, I believe. And so I've never had that experience where you kind of have to like hunker down. It's not like there were explosions and stuff happening here, obviously. Um, but to hunker down, to not really leave your house unless if you're going to get food or gas or something. It was a brand new experience, and I was excited for about the first 8 days, and then thinking, man, I can't wait for this thing to be done in the next week. And then came, as we all heard, the next 30 days, and that was a big hit. That was a big hit, and I think I could tell just in my spirit or my subconscious that I knew that this was going to be a time, a great awakening, not just for all of us on the global spectrum, but just within us, within each of our souls, that it's time to finally dig deep and rediscover all those past traumas, those difficult moments that we went through and that we never fully expressed. We never fully became present with it, felt what we were feeling, processed it, and then just let it go. It has been something, and that's why when I hear some say that 2020, fuck 2020, let's just move to 2021, 2020, and flush it down the toilet. That's fine. You can live life that way, and if it makes you happy, absolutely do it. I choose to look back on 2020 as a beautiful year. It's not always easy to see the beauty in tragic moments, especially when friends, family members who have lost loved ones and who have lost their jobs, lost their businesses. Good always comes from bad, I would say, meaning in troubling times. There are lessons to learn. There's maybe things happen that appear to be cloaked, disguised as a bad thing happening to you, but really there's a gift that's being presented to you if you choose to go with it. I lost my job, like many others did, and I was hurt. I couldn't believe it. I was giving one last shot to working in the beer industry. I wanted to stop anyway, and then I felt really connected to this company because of their mission statement. It really resonated with who I am and who I was at the time. And all right, let's do it. And not kidding, like I think it was 3.5 weeks later, that's when I got the call. And I think it was 2 weeks after I'd lost the position, I started following this guy on Instagram, Feel Good, and there was a video he had put out where he posed the question like that you ask yourself, why am I still at this job? Why am I still in this relationship? Why am I still in this living situation? And he's like, this is a moment where you have to start asking yourself these questions to know that do you want to go back to this job when this is all over? Do you want to? And if you don't, why don't you? And what are you going to do to, moving forward? What do you want to do? So I just became honest with myself, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to go back. I'm done with the beer industry. It's a beautiful and a fun industry to work in. I've become very passionate about how craft beer is made. It's a very old thing, and to learn about it, it's quite exciting. But there are some side effects from that kind of a job that I did not want to experience anymore. So I knew that I wouldn't be going back because it just wasn't resonating with me, and I wanted to move ahead. So without making this too much of a long video, because I will be making more, I'd like to pose that question on to you. And if you would like to ask yourself, do this now, or you can pause the video and just ask, like, did you go back to the job you're at? And if you did, awesome. Glad that you got to go back to work. Are you still happy there? Is it giving you the same joy experience that you had before? Or has it lost something, some little spark? Is there a sense of wonder of like, could I do something else? Or if you know what that other thing could be that you could do, what are you going to do to start moving towards that in your life? It doesn't mean you have to leave your job right now, but if there are little ways that you can, like, I don't know if it means taking a class or joining a group on Facebook that talks about this stuff, or watching videos on YouTube, whatever it is. But are there steps that you could take, tiny steps if they have to be, steps towards that new life, that new experience that you want to take part in? Yeah, and one of the biggest things I learned is that the answers that we are searching for, they're already inside of us. Our bodies, our subconscious mind, they're begging for us to listen, because they give us indications through our emotions of what's going wrong, what's going right, what needs attention. It's pretty amazing. So, look, we're about to enter the second month already in 2021. So I want to wish you all, whether you're watching on the date that is listed below this video, or if you're somebody watching 5 years from that date, thank you for landing on here. It's not a coincidence. And I know that you are going to make amazing things happen in your life because you're in control of it. So do something amazing. Have a wonderful year.